How's it going, team? Welcome back to another adventure. This week we're on the wild west coast. We're chasing a spring bull or a spring chamois and hopefully a redskin on the way out. So we're up here for 5 days, 4 nights solo, and we're going to be heading up into some of these side creeks. We're right on the main divide. You can actually see it just behind me. So real tiger country this is. Got about another hour and a half to the top hut, to the bottom hut actually, where we're going to stay the night, and then we're going to shoot up one of these side ridges and explore from there. So stick around and see how we go. We've already had a couple of dramas this trip. I may have been a little bit hungover this morning, and I managed to forget my boots, so I've stopped in at the gun shop and grabbed myself a new set of lowers. Anyone that knows me knows that I am terribly forgetful, but I also go through boots bloody quickly. So I've never had a set of boots last me more than 6 months, so I've been told to give these a crack, and I've paid for them with my own money, so I'll give an honest review after this trip. So we're making pretty good time up this river valley. The walking track makes it pretty damn easy. I think that rock there behind me gives away where I am, so those of you who know, don't comment it. But anyway, the hut is just below that set of bluffs, not these close ones, these far ones. So I've got about 4 hours of light and only about an hour of walking, so I'm going to be doing some glassing. Just got to figure out a spot so I can see through these trees, look up the side creeks. So we're sat down just glassing these faces in front of me. And surprisingly there's nothing about. Usually there's quite a lot, but I don't see anything. So it is the end of the day, so that's to be expected. Probably be a couple of things out in the morning. Boost up to the hut and see what happens. So we've made it to the first hut for the night. I'm just sat here glassing up onto these faces up here and onto these faces behind the hut, and surprisingly I haven't seen a single animal all day, which is surprising. I thought the animals would all be down in the creeks given it's late October, snacking up on all that fresh feed, but the stags are late dropping their antlers, so maybe the seasons are just a couple of weeks late this year, and the tower is still all up high in the tops. We have had a massive snow dump about 4 days ago, which should have pushed them all down low, but maybe they're really low and they're in the actual creek beds and they're not up on the slips. I don't know, but we'll find them, because I hope we find them, because another 5 days up here, 4 days up here now. Just cooking dinner now. We've got some Uncle Ben's golden vegetable rice. A little bit grim tonight because there's no protein, but yeah, that's tomorrow's job. First meat animal we see tomorrow is going to get a bullet, I'd say, or something nice and close to my planned campsite, because I need some protein for the week. It's going to be my main diet, really. Good morning, team. Welcome to day 2 of the hunt. So day 1 was pretty average. I didn't see a single animal, but that just tells me that they're not in the creeks yet. So today the plan is to go up the side creek behind me up here. That's called Architect Creek, and we're going to go way up into the head basins. The plan from there is to scout round, camp on the flats tonight and see what's about, and once again, if there's nothing, tomorrow we're going to go up. We're going to go way up into the tops of the divide and hopefully track something down up there, and if we do see stuff down in the creek, we'll stay down there. So yeah, just cooking breakfast at the moment. It's about 6 o'clock and we're going to beat the feet. So that's pretty cool. That was a chamois. That was the first animal of the trip. I actually saw him on the track, so that gives me hope. That is the target species. It was a doe. It was a good looking doe. It was probably about that 8.5 inches. Could have been a little bit more because it had some pretty good hook. So that's got me really fired up. Just in front of me here is the creek that we're going to go up, and I'm stoked. I can't wait. The scrub bashing has been fucking hard work. I've only made it about half a K, and check this out. So that's the gorge. I was supposed to climb in over the tops and avoid this gorge, but there was too much snow, so I decided to just send it, which I kind of regret now. But where there's a will, there's a way. Somehow we've got to climb over this big boulder. Probably head up this way. We're really amongst the thick stuff now. She's steep, she's slippery, and she's hot. It's only about 8-9 o'clock in the morning and I'm already sweating. So it's going to be a tough day. This cloud's still starting to burn off, so when I reach the river flats, hopefully I'll be able to see some stuff. I hope this shows just how hard climbing up this creek is. This is what I've got to come through. That's what I have come through. Got to the point where I'm caving because it's either vertical bluff or raging torrent water. So somehow I've got to get my pack up there. Right, come on here. Somehow we've got to get my pack and me out this next hole. Crikey, this is hard work. I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't quite expect this level. It's all under control though. We're making really good time. We're only a couple of k's from the flats now. We've done probably halfway, and it's maybe 10, 11 o'clock. So just cooking lunch now, having some noodles, and we're right in the balls of it. I don't know if you can see too well behind me. That's a vertical cliff face, and that's the other side of the river. So it's hard going. It's really hard going. We're making good time. It's far earlier than I expected. It's actually only 9 o'clock. I thought it was about midday, just because I got up quite early. Yeah, we'll make good times. Hopefully we'll get to the flats for lunchtime and be able to set up camp, have a snooze, and then get some evening glassing in. I'm really excited. I've just hooked onto quite a good animal track, and just taking me up, sidles above all the bluffs, so stoked on that. The blue noodles are definitely the best. I think they're still in date. Yeah. I've had the same pack of noodles in the bottom of my pack for the last couple of years, and I finally ate them the other day. So went out and bought myself a new set. Don't know how long they'll stay in there for. I don't seem to eat much lunches. Just go hard all day. So here's a quick tip on setting up your pack for carrying heavy loads through shit country, and this is something that goes for all packs, not just bushbuck packs. I really like to get a vivid and draw marks on the straps. This way you can even them up bang on. I know both of these straps are within a couple of mils of each other. I do it for those ones too, and this way there's absolutely no guessing involved, because if you have those straps just about an inch out, that can really cause some pain on one shoulder or another. Also, if you're like me and you've done a few too many silly things and dislocated your shoulders, it means that you can accurately adjust them to make it work. So that's this week's tip of the trip, I'd say. This is a little bit gross. Stumbled across someone's old campsite and there's just rubbish everywhere. This is supposedly one of the most remote areas out here, so fuck, you're gonna bring it in, bring it out, or burn it, or bury it. Just don't leave it like that because that's fucking disgusting. So we've finally made it to the river flats. If you look behind me, that's the end of the gorge. Now it's taken me 4.5 hours of bush bashing to make it this far, and that's moving at a hell of a pace too. That was no easy feat. So the plan for today is just cruise up, and when I find a good glassing spot, just stop and I'm going to camp there. I've got another 4 or 5 days up here, so I don't want to go too far and move through country too quick. The wind is swirling, 1 minute it's coming uphill, next minute it's coming downhill, so that's something we're going to have to keep an eye out for. But I'd say being such a remote valley that the deer, well, the chamois and the tahr won't be too fussed about your wind. It certainly won't ruin my hunt like it would in a more populated area. So I haven't even made it onto the flats, and I've already seen a young chamois. It's just chilling up on the flats. I've got the wind completely right up my ass and there's too much heat haze to get any good video. I'll try put something in, but you just can't see anything. I'm going to try and get a bit closer, but I don't have too much hope. But it's great to know that there's animals here. I was getting a little bit sceptical, but looks like the cloud's starting to burn off and we'll start some glassing. So flock of paradise ducks just turned up. They're squawking about, but that's fucked my hunting for a wee bit. I'm just going to find a nice glassing spot, kick my boots off and wait. Hopefully that young chamois comes back out, because I would really love some camp meat. Noodles get a little bit boring after a few days. Those ducks might become meat if they don't shut up. Let's get glassing. So check this out, there's a young chamois right in front of me. Pretty damn cool. I've never been that close to a chamois before. There was 2 of them. There was a real young, would have been this year's kid, maybe last year's, and that nanny was actually ancient. Its horns were just about to snap off. They were real rotten. Lots of age rings. Hopefully it's a good sign of things to come. It's the 3rd chamois I've seen in the space of about 300 metres. Well, these creek beds seem to be chamois city. I've just seen another 2 young ones up here. Nothing with any age to it. And they're all just either young ones or nannies. So hopefully further up the valley we're going to be finding more bucks. Maybe even a bull. I haven't even seen a tahr yet. And yeah, fingers crossed. Pretty excited. Just more young ones. They're tiny. So the day's slowed down a wee bit. I've seen another chamois since I've seen his last. But not a single tahr. And it's getting on. Probably about between now and dark is going to be the prime time, so yeah, not too sure. There must have been quite a bit of helicopter pressure. I've got the reports and I've downloaded them and I've reread them, and supposedly there hasn't been, but maybe I've just got the wrong one. Maybe they've done it and haven't updated it or something. But anyway, this is the country that I'm looking into. There's a chamois just up in there, and there might be a bull up there. I can see something the right colour, but it hasn't moved now, so I don't know if it's alive or dead, or if it's just a funny coloured flax bush. Hopefully going to go somewhere up there tomorrow. I haven't made a plan yet.
I'll have to keep glassing this evening and then figure it out. So welcome to camp. I'll give you a quick tour around. So this trip I've actually ditched the inner fly and I've gone for just the ultra lightweight outer. So it's just the outer. The view from the door, straight up this system, there's got to be a tar or a chamois in here somewhere. I'm just divvying up all the food for the next couple of days. I'm still deciding where I'm actually going to go and what I'm going to do, because my OG route out over the tops looks a little bit gnarly. Looks like there's just a bit too much snow, so we'll give it tomorrow, and if it doesn't melt away to a comfortable level, then we'll have to duff it back down and out the gorge, which isn't really much of an issue. In terms of animals, I haven't seen anything since. A couple of ducks. Those paradise ducks seem to be absolutely fucking everywhere. Yeah, well, we'll finish setting camp up, have a feed, and then do an evening stalk. Far out, there's a lot of horn rot in this area. Well, we've just shot off from camp for an evening walk. It's been relatively productive. I've seen 3 chamois. One of them would have been a shooter in its day, but unfortunately in this area there's just a lot of horn rot. So looks like, can't tell if it's a buck or a doe, but it looks like in its day it would have been 9.5, 10 inches, but it's completely rotted back to pretty much nothing now. I've seen 2 other hornless animals. I don't know if they were bucks or does either. And I saw one from camp a little bit earlier that was actually really looking quite good. It disappeared too quickly, so I never got to close the gap, but he looked around that 9-inch plus mark. As far as tomorrow goes, I'm still completely unsure. I haven't seen a single tar, but I've seen a fuckload of chamois right here. So right where all the chamois are is the avalanche gut that I'll have to go up if I am going to go over the tops. So I'm a little bit hesitant to go up there tomorrow, come back down and then go straight back up there the next day to get out, if the snow melts. But then I don't know. I suppose we'll just have to keep glassing and make a plan in the morning. I haven't seen a single animal on the north facing side yet, partially because the north facing side has some pretty average looking faces and the southern facing side is what's good, but yeah, I don't know what I'll do. We'll figure it out. Probably go back to tent and have some dinner. He's got a decent bit of width to him. So he'd just about be a shooter. It's a shame we don't have an extra hour of light, otherwise we'd be up there after him. So tonight's been pretty decent in the scheme of things. I've seen probably about 10 chamois all up and one big bull. Way up high. I did not expect them to be this high. It's the last couple of days of October, so you know, I'd expect them to be right down low where I am, but nah, way up high. So I'm just debating. I've seen a quite good buck, and it's big. It's big, but it's probably an hour and a half away, and I've only got an hour and a half of light. I probably don't even have that. Being such an undisturbed valley, I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to get up first thing in the morning, first light. I'm going to be sat here, my tent's just there, and I'm going to glass, and I'm going to just glass until the cloud clears off. And once the cloud clears off, I'll make a call on the snow line, and if the snow line has receded enough, I'm going to go up this creek, up there, sidle round through the clouds, and then into the next basin. But if the snow level stays where it is, I'll probably have to still go up there and shoot whatever's up there, but I won't be able to get over the pass. At least that is my plan, but like all good plans, they're designed to fail. Be able to cook dinner and bed, watch some Netflix and chill. That's a good buck. For dinner we've got noodles. Why are you so zoomed in? There you go, noodles and mashed potato. Mix them together and you have a incredibly tasty concoction full of carbs or something like that. Still watching that big chamois and the big bull have both disappeared, but everything else is still there. Good morning team, welcome back to a beautiful day on the west coast. Check this out, barely a cloud in the sky. She's gonna be a good day. So last night was quite a lot colder than expected. You can see that my boots froze inside the tent. That wasn't forecast. If I knew it was going to be that cold, I probably would have bought the whole tent. But this wee ultra lightweight bivvy bag did its job. It's a new product from Bushbuck, so I actually really like it. Kept my sleeping bag nice and dry because this is saturated from all the dew from the frost. But anyway, so the plan for today is to go up that creek and just see what we can see. I am going to carry all my kit with me because if I can get over and into the tops, I will. Try and get into some of these warm faces and catch up with some of these big animals. I seen a couple of monsters last night, or at least I think I did. I've seen one really good tart and one really good chamois, and they're both sort of in the same place, and they can't have gone anywhere. There's only one real stand of cover, so we'll get into position and just sit and wait for them to move, because we will find them. So while we're waiting for the sun to rise, I'll give you a quick run through my camp. This is the tent I'm talking about. It's upside down just because I'm drying it out. It's not actually blown over. This is the sleeping setup that I was talking about. This is an ultra lightweight bivvy bag, and this is the new Sierra 650. It's got a cool colourway because I'm special. Here's what I use for cooking all my food. Wicked wee piece of kit. You can see I've set that on fire in a wee oopsie, but it still goes just as good as the day I got it. It's almost 2 years old now. Other equipment, got my camera, spare pair of socks, tripod, rest of my cooker. This is my electronics bag, so it's got power banks, spare batteries for my torches, PLB. This is a rain jacket that I bought for this trip. It's a stow light, and it is pretty much perfect for this kind of hunting where you're not really expecting to get any torrential rain. This puffer jacket is rated to 10,000 mils, so it's completely waterproof too. So if it did happen to piss down, that raincoat on top of this would keep me as dry, if not drier, than any other raincoat that I own. Aside from that, just a spare set of thermals and a couple of knives for butchering whatever I kill. So pretty minimalistic, pretty lightweight, all around that 15 kilo mark with all my camera gear included. And as for my gun, Tikka 2.3 270 with a Mini-Artist gunsmith silencer, a Burris scope. Right, let's quit waffling, we'll have breakfast and we'll go shoot something. We're all packed up, campsite's gone, we're ready to head up here. Nothing's been moving this morning, haven't seen a single animal, but that's expected. It's been freezing cold and the sun's only just hit those faces, so hopefully by the time I get up there they'll be out and about sunning themselves. Fingers crossed. Just chilling out, pretty much 3/4 of the way up this first snow gut. Down there's where we camped last night, and just glassing really. There's fuck all about. Come from all the helicopter pressure. All the animals live in the bush now, and they only come out when they're hungry. So they've had their morning feed. Spotted a couple of chamois just on this flat behind me, and it's pretty much fuck all to do until the evening. So part of me doesn't really want to go much further until it gets later on, but then again I kind of don't want to sit around all day again. So I'll probably push up this gully, just take it as it goes. Once we see animals we'll stop, if we don't see anything we'll just keep moving. We can always glass tonight. So these things here, that's a chamois, just a couple of young ones. I thought they were going to be here. I've been sat there, right there, glassing, and they've just been chilling here the whole time. So it's pretty cool. Just young, they're pretty well safe from me. Quirky wee animals, eh? Absolutely love them. So we've had a wee bit of excitement. It turns out that where I was sat down and glassing was only about 50 metres beneath where all the chamois were bedded, which is why I didn't see a single thing. So I've now seen 5, all young ones, which just means that the big ones are probably going to be above me, hopefully, because I don't think they're below me. Either that, or they're tucked up in the bush, and they won't be seen for a couple of hours. So I'm just going to keep climbing, just try to get into this bit of country that I can't see, and check it out. Behind me, down there, chamois number 6 of the day, just on that rock right there. That's pretty cool. Chamois city in here. Just one his big dad, or his granddad. Come on, where are you? So we've only come about another 200 metres, and I've just spooked a really good buck. I didn't get a great look at him because he was already running, but he definitely had length. I don't know about hook, but he definitely had good length. He knew what was going on. He must have seen me a while ago because he's already in the bush. It's a shame. Normally they stop and look back and you get a second chance, but yeah, interesting. We're just going to get up to these next rocks and we're going to park up and have another glass because we're in some virgin country here. So these annoying things here are here.
They're fucking loud. Pretty certain they're the world's only alpine parrot. They are far too curious for their own good, and they always turn up right when you're stalking in on an animal. There's a chamois up here. Lucky it has no horns, so it's safe for me. But yeah, these kia definitely aren't helping my stealth. They are beautiful birds, but fuck me dead, they're annoying. Lots and lots of people have had their tents ripped and camps broken into by these animals, so you've got to really keep an eye on them, otherwise they steal your shit. Give me a hiya. Get away from me. Gaining quite a bit of elevation now. We've done 600 since camp in the last 3 hours, so yeah. There's a chamois just above me, just the young one that I was talking about before. They're just a pain in the ass. They've got no horns. Some of them are quite old, but they've just got no horns, so they're no target for me. That's what I was trying to say. So basically we're going to go up to here. The snow conditions are actually quite good. Just that standard springtime slush. Most of it's melted away, so it's just straight onto the thing, so there's no chance of avalanche. So definitely up in the tops now, but there's a little bit too much snow, more than I was expecting. There's less snow in that last basin than there is in this one, so I think I'm going to have to can my planned route out of here, stay up here for the day glassing, and then make my way back down the creek, camp probably where I did last night, and boost out the gorge tomorrow. I think. Not much else to do. Try have a glass into the scrub, see what these fucking animals are. Well, it's been a long day. I've been glassing for probably 6 hours now, and I finally picked up the first animal worth talking about. It's a chamois. He might be 9 inches. I don't think he's any better than that. I'll try roll some footage now. It's a bit shaky because he's over half a kilometre away on this other face. He is sort of in the middle of that triangular face right there next to that tree, just chewing away, sunning himself. Pretty certain he's not the big boy that I saw this morning, so fingers crossed the other one pops out. I've got my Kia friends back. I can't see them, but I can hear them. They're fucking close. Whoa, the sun's gone. Well, it's going, and got about 2 hours of light to make it back down to the river valley, so we're just going to slowly cruise. Going to go sit about halfway, just at the end of the bluffs where it starts to flatten out, and just glass. I was sitting there until sort of half an hour before last light, then boost it down to the flats. Been a pretty average day, to be honest. Like, all the chamois I saw on the way up were just ones I seen last night,
I've seen one new animal, which was a buck that was about 8.5 to 9 inches. No tar, no deer, no nothing. But I'd say that's probably my fault. I'm in here at the wrong time of year. They're all in the bush right now. They've just been pushed out of the tops and they haven't quite managed to feed onto the flats yet, so that's to be expected. The plan for tomorrow is actually to go out. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the entire valley, but I'm definitely going to leave this creek system, doff it down through the gorge, and maybe try and get a animal on the flats on the way home for meat, because I have promised me flatmates that I'll bring home something for the barbecue. Anyway, I'll see you down the bottom. Well, we're in position for our evening stakeout, but things aren't going so good. I've got the wind just beautifully drifting down this valley, blasting straight down here. Now this is where I saw the bull last night at about 6:30. Generally tar are pretty consistent with their timing, so if he isn't out by 7, I'm going to boost it down because I have a feeling everything's smelt me. There is a small group of chamois just down there. They're the ones I saw this morning. So yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully he turns up. Going to call it a night there. Snuck down the river a little bit further, but my wind's just missed me up. I've seen the same, probably 10 chamois that I saw yesterday, all just young bucks, young does and kids. Nothing even remotely worth pulling the trigger on. So I'm just going to boost down and try and find a campsite somewhere. And yeah, that's really it for today. If anything exciting happens, I'll let you know, but otherwise I'll see you in the morning. Alrighty, welcome to day 4. It's freezing cold, my tent is frozen, and my boots are frozen, and my socks are frozen. And I can't tell if I have run out of gas or if it's just done its thing because it's not working. I forgot to take into account the fact that you use more gas when it is cold and you're at higher altitudes. But that is fine because we're going home today. I've decided to call it quits. I was going to leave the valley anyway, but I'm going to go home. Hopefully I'm going to plug a meat animal. I'll probably stop somewhere on the way home tonight, up a different valley, and go and shoot a deer. So if I do that, I'll take you along with me. So I'll pack your tent up and we'll see how we get on. Well, we're well and truly in the gorge now. We've been bashing through this thick shit for about 2 hours. It is pretty vertical, and I'm not loving it, but it's not too much further. Maybe another 45 minutes and we'll be on the track. Hopefully we'll bump into something before then.